feel like spoiling you this year, so I'm going to do a reading with every single burning question that I ever get asked. Are they coming back? Are they going to contact me on Christmas? You know, what are they saying to their people, their friends, their family about me? All the juicy stuff. So here you go, my treat to you. Happy holidays. When are they coming back, and are they going to contact me on Christmas? Those are kind of related things. So let's just look at those. In regards to the next 24 hours, are we going to see some movement in to this person returning within the next 24 hours? What's going on with the energy there? Okay, very interesting. This is the Ace of Swords, which for me, swords, when I get a yes, no, it's like a no. But what was very interesting about it is that this sword is about direct communication or contact. It's about telling the truth, and it's also about seeing clearly the future. And for me, what's happening right now is if you doubt it, it's absolutely not going to happen. So that's the biggest thing. If you doubt that it would happen in the next 24 hours, it won't happen. But if you believe, it could happen. But we have so many incidents here where you have had your hopes high or your expectations high, and that communication hasn't come through, and it's been so heartbreaking. And so those memories from your past are creating your future. So if you can release those thoughts in the next 24 hours, I think you can have contact. But let's look at a little deeper. How do I release the doubt? Give me something tangible I can do in the next 24 hours to release the doubt surrounding contact on Christmas, whether in person or through, communication. The well. All right. So the well for me is tapping into your imagination, the endless realm of imagination. A lot of times we use imagination to worry about things that won't even ever happen to us. They seem so real, and we get afraid, and we make choices and decisions based on those worries. But what I'm being told right now is that you need to tap into your imagination. And I want you to imagine a different outcome. You're going to have to go within to really identify where it is that this fear is stemming from, because I think if you can get to that core experience, you can reassure that inner child. So the inner child has a new belief, like, oh yeah, that doesn't happen all the time. That happened to me once, but it doesn't have to happen every time. And actually, this happens for people more commonly. Let's just see what they're saying to their family in the meantime, all right? We're going to go back to that question at the end of this reading, because you may have even changed your mind by the end of this reading. And that's how this works. What are they saying to their family right now? So they're telling their family right now they're single. They're not attached to anybody. They're not having any conversations about a specific person. They're just saying, I'm free. I can kind of come and go as I please. But they may have had conversations with very few. I'm seeing very few select people that had sort of alluded to someone they were attached to, but they gave up very quickly because it started to cause a little bit of conflict right away as soon as they started to talk about it. So this limiting belief that you have right now has something to do with being accepted, because there's a fear that you'll be rejected by the people in their family. And so we have to work on that fear. Look at that. Wow, I'm awkward. This is the Nine of Swords. I'm afraid, I'm scared. I think a lot about how I'll appear, or if I have to come like with apologies or something. There's something that you fear about how you're showing up here, that's making you think that that person is avoiding conversations with their family. So a lot of what's going on right now is it has to do with how you're thinking about your past, and you're projecting that. And if you have that fear or doubt and you're projecting it onto them, you're experiencing what you're fearing. Okay, so now the last question I'm going to ask is, now that we know all this information, can we turn this around in the next 24 hours? Are we able to? Do we have the power to turn this around in the next 24 hours so that we can have, contact with that person that we love? I gotta stop for a second. Okay, so the Queen of Cups she's coming up a lot. She's a really attractive energy. People want to be around the Queen of Cups. She's so sweet. She's so kind. She's so loving, compassionate. She's sensitive. She's psychic. She understands people's needs, but she knows how to give to herself. And so she pours into her cup, and it's a yes for me. Cups are a yes, and they're a firm yes. There's not even any work to be done here. It's just yes. You can turn this thinking around in 24 hours. You can actually stop doubting right now. You can, just your faith that is being shown to you through the way the cards are expressing, just think about the magic involved in how accurate this reading was for you. And think about the odds that you happen upon this reading and that it feels this accurate. That is significant. That is something that can help you to take this knowledge that what I'm saying to you is true, that your doubts are based in illusion. It's just fear. And fear can be surrendered, and all it requires is just to really love yourself, just to love the part of yourself that's afraid, just to say, I'll protect you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be afraid of disappointment. It's never going to feel like it did before because of everything that you know now. One final piece of advice from the Ethereal Visions Tarot about turning this around so that you can hear from this person in 24 hours. Have faith. It's the Hierophant. Just have faith. You've been taught that since you were a small child. You just have to have faith, and it's still true. Look, the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck and the Knight of Coins, that person who's been slowly and steadily making their way to you, there's this balance that's happening in the energy so that you can finally give and receive equally, instead of being in this breadcrumbing mode where you're always just taking scraps. You have to think of yourself as somebody who receives what you put out into the world. It really is about your thoughts. I wish it wasn't, because I know all the chaos I'm creating is from my thoughts, and so every time I say that, I have to acknowledge it, accept it, and change my thoughts. But it can be done. I have done it. I can show you how. You know where to find me. Link in my profile. Check out all my services. Please become a member. I would love to help you on your journey and share my journey with you. Have a happy holidays, everyone.